I mean, you already know I be hating on these niggas. I do be hating on these niggas. I'm not gonna act like I don't. I be hating on these niggas for good reason. For good reason. I don't hate just to hate. Well, you know what? We ain't gonna talk about that. But you see the
One
title.
hell of a drug.
Motherfucking Patrick CC. Not this nigga. What the fuck's on his head?
And these online personalities became addicted. What may have started as a genuine desire to entertain an audience slowly turned into an endless need for attention. Because once the views start dropping and the money dries up, desperation kicks in. And that's when things get dark. Today we're diving into the craziest stories of and that's when things get dark. Today we're diving into the craziest stories of streamers who went to unimaginable lengths for internet fame, starting with Arab Andy, whose brainless antics may have inspired an entire generation of toxic streamers. Jamal Haraz was a part of the IRL streaming wave that grew out of the CX community. A crazy circle of creators formed around controversial Twitch streamer Ice Poseidon. There was a trend of Andy streamers, like Asian Andy and Mexican Andy, who were pushing the limits of what they could get away with in public, but Arab Andy was one of the most extreme. He farmed donations by letting his viewers control his surroundings. Arab Andy had an audio speaker on.
Didn't they start like kissing and shit too? Nah, bro. That's your brother. You can be gay. Just don't be. You can be gay. Don't be gay with your brother. That's just weird. On so many fucking levels, bro.
Strapped to his backpack, viewers would donate money, and the message they sent or the audio they requested would blare out loud so anyone near Jamal
Alabama
could
boys.
hear it.
I'm gonna start calling that the Alabama boys.
You know, so I can get self-stick and other stuff like that. You know,
my brethren, a haircut would be nice.
More equipment and, you know, there's more things.
Now, this could often be seen as a harmless prank, but since Andy had absolutely zero moderation, many of the donations consisted of racist language, threats to others, and anything to become a public nuisance. It was only a matter of time before one of these live streams got out of control.
Why Patrick look like a drug dealer in the 80s? It's the beard and the mustache.
And on May 31st, 2018, that's exactly what happened. Arab Andy casually walked onto the University of Washington's campus looking to start trouble. He was not in.
All right, let me guess. I'm gonna take a little shot in the dark of what's gonna happen. It's gonna be something to do with like someone's gonna donate something. It's gonna be like school pew or something like that.
Enrolled as a student, but he had his backpack on and his speaker turned up to max volume. First, he entered a random lecture with the intention of interrupting the class.
Well, when,
why?
Like random people show up to my class and start recording me, I want to know why.
Yeah, I bet. I don't know why. Like, they just sent me, dude. UW.
Who sent you?
UW. Authorities.
Who? Do you have any kind of identification?
I work for like the UW, like facility for filming. You know, like the filming.
No, I've never heard of such a thing.
You never heard of that?
No.
We just started hiring last year.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, dude, I'll come back later when there's less people.
Okay.
Enjoy your class, dude.
Okay.
I guess. Okay.
Then he moved on to another area of campus where a small end-of-year gathering was happening, and this is where things took a darker turn. Nobody around him knew who he was, and without warning, a donation
entirely too much, bro. Entirely too much.
C4 has been successfully activated. Bomb
I know
detonation
it.
countdown
I know
successfully
it. I know
started.
C4 has been successful.
And no race joke, but given how he looks, it's not gonna help him. Yeah, buddy. You ain't gonna be allowed to carry backpacks in public.
Fully activated. Bomb detonation countdown successfully started.
You know, cause like there's racism and shit, but at least I can carry my backpack around, nigga. You can't. It's not even funny. It's just knowing that it's not real. This is what makes it funny. But to them, it was probably real as hell.
Now, just to clarify,
it's not funny, but
it
is funny.
You heard in that clip
was from the
audio file playing from his speaker. Whoever donated found an audio file that had a bomb detonation countdown combined with an explosion as well as those screams. But when played loud enough and with adrenaline kicked in, it's likely that the people around the speaker could have confused it for being real. As the students and staff ran out of the building, the authorities were notified that there may have been an attempted attack on campus. For the next hour, the entire area was locked down while authorities searched the scene. As the chaos spread throughout,
That's what it looks like. Oh, and his name's Arab Andy. Yeah, he was fucked. The second that bomb shit popped up, he was fucked. This is a bad frame. See if nigga knows. He got boogers.
Andy remained alive. He recorded himself casually walking around campus and captured real-time reactions from terrified students.
Kyle Crowder was saying that there was an announcement saying that the bomb was about to detonate in 10 seconds or something like that, and that's why they pulled the thing. Oh god. Okay, wait, what? Someone made an announcement in the building?
No way, someone did that? That's fucked up.
As Andy heard the deafening sirens from police, fire
My
trucks,
buddy,
and ambulances
the
approaching
second they
school,
pull up,
he
they're gonna
realized his desperate
point
attempt
you
for
out.
virality may just have gotten him in huge trouble.
Yeah, Arab Andy.
Look, what the hell, dude?
There are some stereotypes that are harmless. I don't think this is the type of stereotype you should be playing into.
Holy
Guarantee you somebody clipped. He probably tried to delete the VOD. Somebody clipped it, saved it, and he's out of here.
dude. It's not even a bomb, guys. I don't know what. Damn.
He quickly scurried off school grounds, thinking he was in the clear.
You're not in the
Even
clear,
tried to
bro. You're
claim that
live.
This wasn't his fault.
Guys, again, I did not do anything. That was a donation, dude. I'm not gonna play GPS.
Now from here, the smart thing to do would be to turn off the live
Stream.
stream and maybe lay low and wait for the police to give up on their search. But Arab Andy is not a
Stayed
smart
live.
guy. He continued to live stream and continued to allow his chatters to donate and play random things from his speaker. As he walked through a crowded city street
Don't
a
tell me
few
they did
blocks
it
away
again.
from the school, it was extremely easy for police to figure out who was responsible for the bomb threat. They ran up to him with their guns drawn, unsure if he was a literal terrorist or a prankster.
On the ground. Wait, what's going on?
On the ground, don't make any sudden movements.
Okay, I'm recording, bro. If you're gonna shoot me. What are you doing, bro? Put the gun down.
He should have known better. He should have known better. No race joke, but bro, come on, my brother. My brethren in Christ's name, come on.
Wait, let me take my phone. What? What did I do? I didn't do nothing, bro.
Lay on the
That
ground.
was PTS. That was a donation.
On the ground now.
Lacking situational awareness and completely downplaying the severity of the situation, he doesn't remain still and tries to tell the officer it was just a prank. And it's honestly surprising that American police officers gave him so much grace because
It
they
really
had no
is.
idea if he was a real threat or not. And as we
It
all
really
know,
is.
it was just a prank and there actually was no bomb. But the damage had been done and he was in serious trouble. He was arrested and the police charged him with threat to bomb or injure property. He tried to plead his case and explain that it was just a harmless prank, but the law doesn't see it that way. The courtroom set his bail at $75,000 and
Damn.
banned him from uploading anything else to YouTube. And for
Damn.
those thinking that
Gave
this
him
was
the loan
unfair,
to get
it's
law.
likely that law enforcement needed to make sure to punish him in a way that would prevent other clout chasers from attempting.
So couldn't he
such
just like go on a different platform though? Different website?
pranks ever again, especially on college campuses. It's unclear if Arab Andy ended up serving any jail time. All I could find was that years later he tried to make a return to YouTube, but shortly after he disappeared again. The same thing can't be said for Fuzi,
Ain't that
who has
illegal?
a long history
Thought he
of
wasn't
going
supposed to do that.
great
That's illegal,
lengths
ain't
to chase clout, disappear, and come back to set the bar even higher or lower. At his peak, FuziTube had turned prank content into a money-printing machine, earning tens of millions of views
Man,
on
I miss the
simple,
old
harmless
Fuzi.
pranks.
You just call my butt fat?
I thought you was a girl, man.
You thought I was a girl? No, you know you liked what you saw. Don't discriminate now, it's still Kim K size. Looks like you want to scratch a piece off, huh?
I can't do nothing with that.
I miss this
Fuzi
Fuzi,
secured
man.
Millions of
I miss
subscribers
that
in the
Fuzi.
earlier days of YouTube, who laughed along with his creative ideas. However, this created an immense amount of pressure to maintain such high viewership, which is why he shifted from mild pranks to thought-provoking social experiments, such as what if the homeless gave you money?
I miss him.
and
I miss the old
kidnapping
YouTube too, bro.
children experiment, where instead of
I really
laughing
do.
at a silly goose time, the viewer was challenged with a deep introspective assessment. What would you do do in this situation. Now, creating a think piece to assess a societal problem was not necessarily a bad idea. However, when Fuzi did not get the reactions he wanted from strangers, he decided to orchestrate reactions from actors or friends that he hired, which turns an interesting thought experiment into a scripted performance that doesn't accurately represent reality. But the real desperation was apparent when he started faking the dumbest ideas, like fake farting in the gym.
Give me a fart! What?
Man, that's some bull. Man, you farting when I'm lifting weights.
Why are you worried about my farts when you're supposed to?
I can just tell that's fake, bro. No nigga gonna react like that, bro. First thing you gonna do is you gonna get up and you gonna start swinging. I can tell you, as a person who's been a nigga my whole life, I've been, you know, I'm trying to think of the line. What was it? You know, I'm something of a nigga myself, and I can tell you, a nigga would not react like that.
Here, trying to stop the sag.
I mean, but damn.
Other rising prank
Like, bro.
What? Man, that's some bull. Man, you farting when I'm lifting weights.
Why are you worried about my farts when you're
Hold on, let me reiterate.
trying to stop the sag?
You know, I'm something of a nigga myself, and I can tell you, the second his hand went under his titty, hands would have been thrown. Not even that. Just having your ass in his face in general would make a nigga swing on you. Even if it was unintentional, there are still some niggas that will swing on you for that.
I mean, but damn.
Other rising prank YouTubers like Danny Duncan were on a crusade to call out Fuzi for his fakery.
Will we ever get old YouTube back? Nah. It's that those days are done. That shit ended 2016, 17. Ain't no more old YouTube. Days of that is long gone.
This prank's real, or this prank's real, or this prank's real.
Yeah.
Like, and you don't need to do that. That's why I'm here. It's like it's just the principle of lying. Like, you don't have to lie to people to make a video.
And while it may seem like Danny was being overdramatic, he had a simple point that many agreed with. Pranks are supposed to be these funny, spontaneous, and ideally harmless moments that capture the hilarious, authentic reactions from people. But the moment a prank is staged, it becomes soulless, defeating the entire point of having fun. Fuzi initially tried to justify his actions by saying that every other prankster faked their videos, but his attitude and hypocrisy made him easy to hate.
It was the fakest reactions I've ever seen in my entire life. And yes, guys, but Fusi, you fake shit. How are you gonna talk about fake shit? Exactly. If anybody knows about fake shit, it's me.
This is when he went down.
As the years went on, his viewership started to nosedive, which also meant he was losing money, relevance, and then maybe his sanity. That's when the motivational speaker version of Fuzi was born. He started posting these intense rants about positivity, destiny, and mental health. He said he had been chosen by God, that he was here to change the world, that he was going to inspire millions of people and bring the planet together through love. And while the message sounded positive, the delivery felt unstable.
There is nothing on this earth that can happen to me that I cannot overcome and beat. No matter what anyone says, no matter what anyone does, no matter anything, you
This nigga they got knocked out by Deji, by the way.
are the only person who has the power to stop you. You are the only person who has the power to win this fight.
But even with all of these positive messages, people could tell something was off. His behavior felt erratic, and the way he talked started raising concerns about his mental health.
Anybody at the bottom in a YouTube comment section who goes, you go through depression, you go through bipolar, how the hell are you going to be a motivational speaker? I can stand up strong and say, watch me.
But then he
Why
announced
did he hop
something
down?
that totally shocked
What was the point
everyone,
of him
that he was
hopping
throwing
down?
an event.
I am now, for the first time,
Oh yeah,
going
that.
back to the city that destroyed me, Los Angeles, California, and taking back ownership of my life and my power and throwing the biggest event that Los Angeles has ever seen on July 15th. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. We're
I can't tell if he's bald or if it's stubble.
Go.
Fuzi named this event Hate Dies, Love Arrives. He claimed it would be a massive Coachella-like experience that would be completely free of charge at the Greek Theater in Los Angeles, all meant to spread peace and positivity. Now this sounds like a
That wasn't a lie.
project, something that might take months, maybe even a year to plan. But Fuzi announced the event just 7 days before it would actually take place.
Come on, man. We all knew it was fake.
Free, basically Royal Rumble Coachella experience, because like it's just gonna be 10
No, how about I
day,
do
a
this? What
different
Fuzi
artist
tried to
comes
do.
out, a different artist comes out, and it's just gonna get bigger and bigger.
From there, Fuzi uploaded daily videos.
How about I do this? Just to show Fuzi how it's done.
Hyping the event, even titling them Drake July 15th with
Y'all should have known this shit was live from the second he mentioned Drake.
pictures of Drake as the
Ain't no way this
thumbnail.
nigga's gonna
He
get
launched
Drake
a line
of all
merch
people.
that had the date July 15th on it, as if it meant something huge. This got people talking.
gonna
It
fight
was
me.
easily the
Shit.
most attention Fuzi had gotten.
I don't know,
in
man,
years.
because
Keemstar
he
even
look out his
announced that
mind. He
was
might
going
want
to
to
be
fight, and
making a
then I
documentary
don't know. He might
about
want
the
to fuck. I don't know.
event.
That
That's
nigga
what I'm
crazy.
saying. All of the signs that I see is leaning towards a shit show, and I want to be there to document the disaster.
However, others like FaZe Banks had to step in to remind everyone to be cautious of Fuzi because he seems to be mentally unstable.
We're not talking about someone who's all there right now, okay? He's going through a manic episode, 1 trillion%.
I don't know if that's true.
1 bajillion%.
Fuzi started prophesizing his own life, going on rants about how this event was a message directly from God and that he was going to unite.
Look at this nigga, bro.
Going on rants
Like, just look at this nigga, bro. I don't know. Some of you bald people look crazy.
about how this event was a
Some,
message
not all.
directly from God,
No diss, though.
and that he
No
was
diss.
going
I'm
to
just
unite
saying.
the entire
That's your
entertainment
aesthetic. You
industry
look
in
crazy.
the name of love and peace. His desperation for views was so high that he was tagging celebrities in his Instagram posts such as Ellen DeGeneres and
Champagne Poppy, King, bruh. Like, you shooting too high, bruh. You shooting way too high. This was back then, so Meek was a big name. Drake, been a big name. You weren't gonna get to him. LeBron, don't make me laugh. Ellen, why would you even want her there? What's she got to do with that? 6ix9ine, he was kind of big back then, so you really want to get him. Diddy? The fuck is he gonna do? Name me 5 Diddy songs, bro. What the fuck? He just gonna be there just to be there? Nobody don't know Diddy songs. It's not even a diss. I can't name you 1 Diddy song. Shit, that nigga's on Biggie songs. And I ain't never liked the nigga on Diddy songs. I mean, on Biggie songs. It's like, when I listen to Big Papa, I'm just listening, and then I get to the part where I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga whispering soft in my ear? Can somebody, like, send me a version and take his shit off? Because I'm not gonna lie. That nigga whispering in my ear made me uncomfortable. Kodak Lens? Is that Kodak Black? I don't know Kodak Lens. Troubleman 31, DJ Khaled, French Montana, The Weeknd. Shooting's wild, buddy.
asking them to show up to the event. He even begged LeBron James to show up and promised him that 1 million people would be watching the event live. When the event started, Fuzi live streamed it from his YouTube channel, and only about 2,000 people tuned in. So he made the title, "Need 2 million viewers for Drake," as if he was going to magically appear somehow. Fuzi tripling.
Do you play League of Legends?
No, I don't. I actually enjoy life.
Down on the idea that Drake would be there is maybe the only reason why a couple hundred people even showed up. And to no surprise, they never got Drake. Instead, the crowd got embarrassing performances from no-name rappers.
If I get it, I'll send it to you, bro. I'll send it to you.
And then
My brother, your ass. Hang it up. I say this with the let me hear it again, just to make sure it wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
And then
Hold on. One more time. I gotta make sure. My brethren in ice, my brethren in Christ of Nazareth name, you are ass, bro. You are so hang it up, man. Rapping ain't for everybody, you know.
And then, when no one thought the event could get any worse, the venue was evacuated by police because of a bomb threat. To this day, no one knows where the threat came from, and the show was over before it even began. But Fuzi wasn't done embarrassing himself just yet. Instead of leaving, he climbed on top of a car in the parking lot.
Yeah, I remember
and
this.
started
I remember
arguing
seeing
with
this shit.
Keemstar in front of a crowd of confused fans.
I invested all my money into this event and I did it for free. My accountant said, Yusuf, where are you gonna make your money? I said, that's not a problem to me. I didn't care. But before I even got to do the event, before I even got to tell my story, you're making a documentary on it so you can post it after the fact. So if it flops, you can have the hot news on how Fusi f***ed up and he should.
In the middle of the argument, Fuzi
Why is this nigga sagging, bro? I don't get why niggas sag. That shit kind of gay.
You burning in the summer while I'm bundled up in the winter.
Before immediately switching back to expressing serious mental health concerns.
I rewatched videos going viral after the attention you're giving me now of you saying Fusi is the biggest piece of shit, egotistical asshole on this earth. I have bipolar and depression. That what you put into my head made me want to kill me.
For the next 10 minutes, as helicopters swirled above,
Awkward.
Fuzi tried to explain why this event was supposed to change his life, why it was a calling from God, and that he actually wasn't lying about Drake.
I call OVO Johnny and I'm telling him what's happening. And I'm like, am I a leech for this? Am I doing something wrong? He doesn't tell me to stop, and he doesn't say, I'll text Drake for you, or my brother OVO Ryan. He goes, just put your faith in God. So I keep going. I called Lexi Pantera, a beautiful artist and dancer. She was also in Tyler
That was
Perry's
Lexi Pantera.
Boomadea Halloween 1 and 2. Shout out Tyler Perry for being my mentor always. I call her just to get her energy. I'm creating energy, right? Around me, through everybody, the universe, everybody's on the same mission.
I think YouTube has destroyed and rotted his brain. I worry for him. This is 100% mental instability. Being
6
off
years
his
ago.
meds might be dangerous. And yet, after all this chaos, it ended with Fuzi just admitting on Adam 22's podcast that he never actually
Had
met
issues?
Drake. He just
Had issues? It's not had issues. That nigga still has issues. What no had? That nigga still
next to him one time.
So you didn't meet Drake, he just looked at you. I mean, if he just looked at you, did you really meet Drake?
Do something for me. In the next 2 hours, will for yourself to touch nose with Drake's. If it happens, I'll sell my entire YouTube channel. I'll give you $10 million.
Did you touch nose to nose?
Literally like this. That's how close he was to me.
this nigga Adam's face.
Did you touch nose to nose?
Literally like this. That's how close he was to me. I did.
Is that Shane Dawson? Why is he even there? What the fuck? That's random as shit. This is Drake stands. This is really Drake stands this day and age.
That because I manifested that because I believe in myself, Keem. This has always been.
Shane just look like he don't want to be there.
After this failed event, Fuzi
He'd rather be somewhere fucking a cat.
A diss track on Rice Gum called Four Ghosts.
Rice ain't got no spirit, got no deeper layer. One ghost writer, one ghost Fortnite player.
Fuzi lied about Drake performing at his event, caused a bomb scare, and destroyed his reputation worse than it already was. And the sad part is, his unstable mental health and addiction became his entire appeal as a content creator for the years after. When he returned to live streaming on Kick, he openly spoke about battling bipolar.
Who's this? Alright, chill. Alright, you guys say all that. Alright. I don't really care to have any problems with these people. You know, we gotta spread the love and positivity, even when a nigga is literally insane.
Bipolar disorder, depression, addiction, and anxiety, turning his meltdowns into viral content.
When we get that upset, we're dangerous. Physically and emotionally.
You're right. I am dangerous. I'm very dangerous, and I don't give a fuck.
Now,
See, literally insane.
to some degree, this could be seen as a good thing to help educate others on the importance of mental health and the realities of those who suffer, but then he would sometimes stage public disappearances, stunts, or hospitalizations to drive views and sympathy.
Didn't he call the cops on himself?
Teeter-totter of people unsure of whether or not to feel bad for him or to despise him.
What if I die from my kidney exploding and you guys say we're coming and I'm dead on your behalf in Australia? I hope I die so that I can blame Australia forever and my parents can sue them for every dollar they're worth.
However, everyone can agree that social media is a net negative for Fuzi, as attention
It
is
is.
his drug and he is willing to destroy himself to get it.
I don't think attention is the only drug he's on.
So now before they works out every day, he just likes to eat. Stop justifying being fat and not having a
Wait, what?
being fat and not having a
This nigga just punched himself?
He just likes to eat. Stop justifying being fat and not having a Stop justifying being fat. Stop justifying not working.
Why? What the f?
And yet, Fuzi's past decade of clout chasing doesn't even remotely compare to Johnny Somali, whose desperation
Oh, not this
for
loser.
views got
Not
him
this
literally
fucking
banned
loser,
in
bro.
2 different countries, and now he is facing prison time. Johnny Somali initially started creating content by vlogging his adventures in Japan. Many American live
this nigga,
streamers
bro.
visit Japan because it is safe, clean, and visually interesting. Its vibrant cities, unique fashion, and amazing food allow for an affordable, yet high-quality experience that makes casual streams feel exciting. But somewhere along the line, Johnny's intentions shifted, broadcasting his fun
I've been wanting to go to Japan since I was like 10. I've been wanting to visit Korea and Japan since I was like 10 years old, bro. It's been a lifelong dream of mine. It's been so was it 13 years? I've been wanting to go for
adventures turned
13
into
years,
what
bro.
he called trolling. But his version of trolling wasn't just jokes or harmless pranks. He went into public spaces, usually with a speaker strapped to his backpack, and tried to annoy as many strangers as he could. He'd say offensive things or
It's on my
blast
bucket list. It's
disrespectful
been on my
audio
bucket list
clips
for a
while
while,
live streaming to
actually.
his small audience. Johnny got a taste of the attention he so desperately wanted when a clip of him harassing someone on a train in Japan went viral.
You know Hiroshima? You know Hiroshima? Nagasaki? You know why you do this? Pearl Harbor? Hiroshima, Nagasaki!
Johnny berates this man for
I
4
get
minutes
so much
straight,
bad secondhand
repeatedly
embarrassment,
saying
bro.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which are literally just the names of 2 Japanese cities. Now we know he was trying to make some sort of edgy joke in reference to the devastating bomb attacks that the American government dropped
A joke with no punchline, by the way. There's no punchline to that joke. It can't be funny without a punchline.
on those cities during
Patrick got green eyes. You got some nice eyes, Patrick. Some nice eyes.
World War II. But the innocent man on the
No
train
homo, no
probably
homo.
had no
You
idea.
got nice eyes.
He was just confused and probably annoyed.
Hiroshima, Nagasaki, you know.
And he's just bothering this one dude.
We're gonna do again. Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
Jump this nigga,
Do
please.
again. You understand? You don't know.
Now, Japan is known for its deeply rooted culture of respect, order, and
Hey man,
social
fuck that
harmony,
respect
and Johnny
shit.
saw
You,
that
you
as
gotta
an
knock a nigga out
opportunity
when you have to knock a
exploit.
nigga out.
He knew that the average Japanese citizen wouldn't fight back, wouldn't yell, and would most likely try to avoid confrontation at all costs. That's what made this the perfect setting for his so-called content. But Johnny was mistaken, because Japanese citizens were extremely pissed off with his behavior and actively tried to find him and confront him.
And confront him and
Feel
beat
how
his ass.
scared and caught off
Who's that
guard he
dude that
was
put up
after
on the
being
motorcycle?
smacked in the face.
It's good to know people in Japan. Let's be respectful.
Bink.
I hope nobody in the chat was saying weird if I go back and whoa, whoa, what the
See? That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, relax. Relax, nothing, no problem.
1 week later, he was attacked again.
Right now, hop in Discord.
Bink. That nigga came out of nowhere too. That nigga spawned in. Hold on.
1
Hold
week
on.
later, he was
I gotta
attacked
say it again.
Right now, hop in Discord.
Bink. That nigga spawned in too. Say, what's Courtling fam? I'm out begging ass nigga. I'm assuming that's what's behind the tags. Ed Gatter, bro, you leveled up to level 2. That's a bot. Why'd I just read that? This ain't safe, man. What did you say? You lagged. Only $25. Pathetic. 0 hoes. It's hard out here for cyber panhandlers. 0 hoes.
As satisfying as it was to watch Johnny get roughed up, it did not slow him down.
I should make that my
Even though his
profile picture.
safety was at risk,
I gotta
he was
make that my
getting more
profile picture.
viewers, which was his ultimate goal. The only time you actually saw him genuinely upset was when he got a temporary 72-hour ban from the live streaming platform Kick.
I don't know what I could have done to get a 72-hour, dog. They said perma ban or only till ice free. I guess they banned me till ice free.
The hate for Johnny just kept spreading throughout the country, and whenever he was confronted, like by this man living in Japan, he would fold and lie like a coward.
Is that me? Yeah, this you? No. You sure? It's me. Yeah, what's up? I got a problem with you, bro. Yeah? Yeah. My wife is Japanese. Okay. You go there insulting people like that. You know how many people from Hiroshima joking about that? I know. So why are you joking about the people? I was drunk.
Drunk my ass. That nigga wasn't drunk.
People suffer because of that. You're on the train harassing people like that? I was drunk. Don't do it again, bro. I haven't done it again since. I've seen how people in Tokyo whoop your ass. You're lucky I don't do the same, bro. Is that a threat? It is, yeah. Because you go out harassing people like that, innocent people who didn't do anything. Japanese people are polite. I was Japanese people are the most polite people I ever met in my life. Okay. And you're on the with them like that for what, bro? For a little bit of
I feel like the Amish is up there though. I feel like the Amish might be on the same level of politeness as Japanese people. I feel like they might just be up there.
It's pathetic. Come on, man.
But sadly, his antics persisted.
You watermelon nigga, what? Show these niggas psycho, nigga. Keep moving, nigga.
The more he made it clear that he did not respect Japanese culture or Japanese people, the more they retaliated. And it seemed like every other day he would provoke others until they felt like they had to physically defend themselves from him. There was one incident that is far too graphic for YouTube, but Johnny and his friend got knocked out cold for provoking the wrong guy, leaving his face busted open and bloodied. And
I know nothing about that. Hold on. Let me say it again.
Until they felt like they had to physically defend themselves from him. There was one incident that is far too graphic for YouTube, but Johnny and
cigarette in his mouth and all too.
Provoking the wrong guy.
That's a cold mamma jamma right there.
And bloodied. And you would think that after Johnny Somali got the Mario coin smashed out of him, he would change his behavior, but he didn't. And soon, the police would have to do something about it. During his time in Osaka, Somali entered a hotel construction site without permission. He started laughing and taunting the workers.
Hey, bro, you shouldn't enter a construction site. A nigga got killed for that. You don't fuck with construction workers too? Them niggas is.
Imagine being able to build.
Them niggas is unnaturally strong, bro. And you don't fuck with construction workers.
But this time, the consequences involved the authorities. Japanese police arrested him for obstruction of business.
Why? Nande? Security check. Security check. What's the security on this? Wait, why you take a photo of me? Why did you take a... So emotional. I'm not emotional. Daijoubu. I'm okay. Okay. Oh my. I don't want to empty my bag into there. Why?
The Japanese police were extremely polite and cordial, and they seemingly let him off with a warning. But then his antics got him arrested again, and he was charged with conspiracy to obstruct business after blasting loud music in a restaurant during his live stream. Japanese citizens were more than fed up, and evidently so were the authorities. In January of 2024, he was found guilty, fined a few $1,000s, and was officially banned from Japan. Now this should have been the end of his antics, but instead, Johnny took it as an opportunity to move to another country, because for a man as desperate for clout as Johnny Somali, getting banned from countries was like collecting
My dad's a sheriff.
infinity stones. In
Oh,
October
they're
of
gonna ban black
2024,
people?
he arrived in
Like black people as a whole? From like Japan? Because I'm pretty sure there are black people born in Japan. I like Blasians. Like black Asians born in Japan. Unless you mean like foreign black people, then it's a possibility.
South Korea, and as soon as he touched down, it was evident he was taking his obnoxious behavior to new heights. He harassed even more people using public transportation, one of his all-time favorite stunts. Then, while walking past the sacred Comfort Women statue, a memorial honoring Korean women forced into sexual slavery by Japanese military during World War II, Johnny blatantly disrespected it in front of everyone, twerking and giving the statue a lap dance. This monument is one of the most solemn and emotional landmarks in South Korea. Johnny's disrespect set off a national outrage. Korean viewers clipped the footage and shared it across South Korean social media. News outlets covered it.
See, they were printing on his downfall the whole time. Like me, for real. They just like me, for real. Because I've been printing on his downfall.
And even rubbed oil on himself while dancing on the statue again. Johnny continued his buffoonery from the streets of Seoul, taunting locals and daring people to confront him.
So what do you want to talk about? Slang or not? Like, nigga gonna come up to me, bro, why you being racist to other
Or was that one nigga? I know there was a nigga with him who was like, I want them to swing on you. He's like, I'm waiting for it. And the second somebody pulled up, that nigga ran.
Put this in your next YouTube documentary. I don't give a Korean niggas is weak as
Yeah, this nigga. This nigga.
I was waiting for him to swing on Johnny. I was waiting, bro. I was waiting for him to do it.
Type of nigga that can't fight unless he's sneaking somebody. That type of nigga.
And Koreans took Johnny up on his challenge, and on multiple occasions Johnny was hunted down and beat up. And yes, every time he was incredibly scared.
Spooked.
It's almost starting to seem like he has some sort of humiliation kink, because he never would defend himself, just taunt people, get beat up, and then film his battered face for everyone to laugh at. Another South Korean man attacked Johnny while he was still recovering from his last beating.
It's a big ass backpack. He said 어디가 nigga?
어디가? 어디가? What you mean? 어디가? 어디가? What is 어디가? Oh.
The attacker got arrested, was proud of it, and locals even raised money to pay for his legal bills. But unfortunately, no amount of punches could stop Johnny, until the authorities stepped in once again. In another desperate attempt to clout chase, Somali wreaked havoc in a 7-Eleven for, once again, no reason.
He was right to say you should never have kids. Your father was right. Your father was right.
I wonder what his parents think of him. That's just what I want to know. What does his parents think of him? No type of drip.
He was not detained the evening of these antics, but faced criminal charges and was placed under a travel ban, preventing him from leaving the country while prosecutors built their case. Finally, Johnny Somali was banned from YouTube, Kick, and Twitter.
I might be hating on a nigga all the time, you know, and rightfully so. I don't want. I mean, I don't. It's not like I want the nigga to get killed, but like if it happens, it's, you know, he probably brought it on himself. But like at the same time, you know, I don't want it to happen. But if it does happen, I understand.
And only then did he try to apologize for his behavior, but he didn't really seem like he wanted to.
Right now, you're a big issue, and a lot of Koreans are mad for what you did, and all we want is for you to just apologize for what you have done.
Okay.
All right.
Bro, trust me, it's the only way, man.
Okay, I'll say right now, I want to apologize to the Korean people.
I'm gonna hold what I gotta say to after this clip.
Statue. I was trying to get, you know what I mean? It was just entertainment from my audience. We're from America. We really don't know much about the Comfort Woman or much about the statue, where we're from.
Don't say we. There ain't no we to this. Look at the nigga. Look at Hank in the background. Look at the nigga Hank in the background.
So when I saw this statue, I came upon it on my stream.
Asian name Hank.
I really didn't know what it was. So now after I see the reaction from the Korean people, I see that it really hurt you guys. And my intention in coming to Korea was not to cause this kind of storm.
In South Korea, he was
That's a
indicted
lie.
on multiple crimes, including
That's a
obstruction
lie.
of
That nigga
business and
lying.
public indecency, stemming from causing.
Sometimes you can't resolve shit peacefully. Sometimes you gotta be violent. You know, sometimes you have to choose violence, bro. There's some times in life where peace isn't the option. You know, peace isn't always the option. Sometimes you have to just grab a nigga by the throat and just, you know, you can't always be nice.
Disturbances in convenience stores, playing loud music in public, and engaging in lewd acts near sensitive historical monuments. And these aren't necessarily minor crimes with minimal charges. If convicted on all counts, he could face up to a decade in jail. He showed up to his trial in March of 2025 wearing a MAGA hat, despite being told repeatedly to remove it, showing once again he was not taking any of this seriously, but he did plead guilty to 3 charges, 1 obstruction of business and 2 minor crimes act violations. But Johnny is a clout-addicted idiot, and before he could be sentenced, he decided to once again break the law for attention. He created AI-generated deepfake videos that depicted him kissing a popular Korean streamer named Bong Bong. Under South Korean law, the creation, distribution, or possession of non-consensual AI-generated explicit content is classified.
Who would ever consent to AI-generated content, though? I feel like it should just be AI-generated content like that as a whole, as opposed to consensual. Because I don't think anyone in their logical mind is going to consent to having porn created of them, unless it's like some sort of kink or something.
As a crime. Legal experts have confirmed that this offense carries a mandatory prison sentence of up to 7 years. Unlike the previous charges, which allowed for financial penalties, this particular crime eliminates the possibility of a mere fine, which means
so this is not simply an issue of digital mischief. It's explain legal analysis, legal mindset. This is a serious sexual offense. In South Korea's court will treat it as such when a deep wait let me just go back instead of trying to read it faded out, and treat it as such when deep fakes are weaponized to humiliate or defame. The legal system responds with severe consequences.
This particular crime eliminates the possibility of a mere fine, which means Johnny Somali will be going to jail. During his second trial in May of 2025, he pled guilty to 2 more charges, and his third trial, which is scheduled for August of 2025, will likely address the violence crimes charges. I can only imagine that the people of South Korea want their government to make an example out of Johnny Somali, because if he gets off with a mere slap on the wrist, then there will be more desperate Americans looking to clout chase in their country.
Okay. Let's. It's not just Americans, all right. We ain't that bad to where it's just us. There's other people. We just get most of the attention. All right. There's other people. It's not just Americans. You'll make us look all bad. All right.
Because unsurprisingly, Johnny Somali is not the only live streamer who will be spending time in jail in another country. OG prank YouTuber Vitali is currently behind bars in the Philippines for his desperate attempts at chasing views. Similar to Fuzi, Vitali's Dorzvetsky became a viral YouTube success for his pranks, social experiments, and stunts. His content consistently pushed boundaries, deliberately trying to provoke strangers and get as close as possible to an explosive physical altercation without actually getting knocked out.
Transactions complete. Transactions complete. Yo, transactions complete. Yes.
True Religion jeans. I ain't seen a nigga wear. Actually, I got a True Religion jean jacket in my closet that I ain't worn in like 3 years.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes. You got it. Yes.
Let me guess. You're thinking about going to therapy. And as a therapist myself, of course I'm going to say that's a great idea. But first, let's talk about the things they don't tell you. First of all,
But that's only true if you thought these videos were real. After all, we are talking about the guy who in one video apparently got 4 women to give him their underwear in public by simply just asking.
Ask for your panties. I came asking for your panties.
What?
Because you want to be in my video? We're actually filming a video right now.
Where?
Right there.
Sure, why not?
But for every
That's gotta be fake.
prank Vitali did, he would follow it up with an undisputable stunt.
Sure, why
like
not?
when he ran on the field and removed his shirt at the 2014 World Cup, or when he sprinted on the
That was
court during
him?
the NBA Finals. Or when he climbed the Hollywood sign in LA.
Now we're out covering the Trump rally down at the Kimmel Show, but right now we have a guy named Vitali up here on the D of Hollywood sign up on Mount Lee. He's got a sign up saying, "I'm back."
And even though he was detained,
I'm back. No one knows you, bro.
multiple times throughout his career, he was pretty much able to avoid all consequences.
Well,
In fact, the
the
more
world
he pushed
don't
the
know you.
boundaries,
People
the
don't
more
know you.
successful he got. He amassed over 10 million subscribers, generated 1.5 billion views, and even though he had a pretty classic downfall as viewers lost interest in pranks as a whole around 2017, he was considered a legendary prank YouTuber. Before the pandemic,
Until he got out the car and beat some random lady's ass.
and honestly, it seemed like a natural, normal way to exit his career. But we would come to find out that the only reason why he stopped was because his life was spiraling out of control, as he was arrested in Florida after attacking a woman while he was heavily under the influence.
Your boy can stay back there. Put your hand on the car, man. No, put your hand on the car.
Just lean on the carpet.
Lean on the car right there.
Oh my gosh,
Come
I
here.
lost everything.
You didn't lose everything. Yes. Yes, here.
Yeah, that was him.
Put your hands here. Check it out, see? I'm gonna put them in the front. You gotta leave your mask on though.
Okay, I'm sure.
Mask has to go on. Put it over your face.
Okay, so can you listen to, do you know me?
Do I know you? No.
After a 3-year-long hiatus from the internet, most people figured he just moved on with his life, like a normal person would.
And
but
V-
that
what is A and V
desperation
stars?
for views and attention just doesn't ever seem to go away. And he tried to make a surprise
They got some
comeback in
big-ass ears.
2023 with a 2014 era style prank that just felt like an old man trying to relive his past. But then he discovered that
It's basically them niggas from
a live
high
streaming
school who
platform
still
where
live in high
chaos is
school for whatever
rewarded
reason.
and the rules barely exist. On Kick, Vitali
Hold on,
found
go
that
back.
where chaos is rewarded and the rules barely exist.
And you see, I made a Kick account. I had planned to stream on there. I had a plan at first. But then all the shit that started happening with Kick, and I was just like, I really don't want to be seen on that platform. I really don't. You know, it's like, even if it was easier to grow, I'd rather just not have my name around those type of people, you know.
On Kick,
I have integrity and morals, if you couldn't tell.
Vitali found the perfect environment to revive his shock jock persona, this time with no need to hide behind scripted pranks. Well,
Wait,
maybe
was that a
persona
billboard of him?
This time,
I can get a billboard ad? You can get billboard ads for your streams? I mean, I'm not gonna buy it right now. I ain't got that type of money. I ain't got billboards type of money, but like, say you doing like a big event, you know, and you want people to put, I'm gonna put that in my
with
notes.
No need to
I'm gonna put
hide
that in my
behind
notes.
Scripted pranks. Well, maybe. Vitali tried to reinvent himself with
How much is a billboard ad?
knockoff version of To Catch a Predator. He'd set up these dramatic sting operations, exposing alleged PDF files with hidden cameras, decoys,
What the
and
fuck?
surprise confrontation.
Hey, yo, what the
alleged
fuck?
PDF files with hidden cameras, decoys,
He's put a man's pants down?
and surprise confrontations.
Why did I rewind that?
It was all very theatrical, doing things like shaving these alleged assailants' eyebrows and heads as a punishment.
I need permission to shave my head and eyebrows.
For what?
Because I was talking to an underage teen.
Okay.
It's like beeping going on. I'm guessing it's from the video. I mean, I guess at least he's taking it like a champ. He ain't run away.
Him embarrassing these men made for extremely viral moments since, well, nobody felt bad for them, and why would you? These are people who are admitting to endangering minors. The crazy part is he started doing collaborations with the likes of Ryan Garcia, Sneeko, and rappers Ty Dolla $ign,
Oh, not
Lil
the
Pump,
cup.
and The Game. Likes of
Not
Ryan
not
Garcia, Sneeko,
not Mr. Fuck My Girlfriend in front of me.
and rappers Ty
All right, let me
Dolla
stop. Let me
$ign, Lil
stop.
Pump,
Let
and
me
The
stop.
Game.
What's
The
going on?
game? That's random as shit.
How old are you? How old are you? How old are you?
The game just wanted to hit a nigga. Let's be honest. He just wanted to hit somebody, bro. That's all it was.
How old are you? You're 22? Yeah. How old is he? No. I am.
Damn. Niggas just woke up on demon timing. That's understandable.
I just wanted to. You just wanted to do what? No, don't be sorry. What you just wanted to do what, man? I thought we were just coming in for dinner.
Why are you going to the bathroom?
He even got Lil Pump to rap his biggest song and change the lyrics to
Gucci
mock
Gang.
the alleged assailant.
You're such a fucking pedo. You love it.
That's not Lil Pump's biggest song. What the fuck? Man, Gucci Gang is the biggest shit this thing's ever
Content was
released.
difficult to publicly criticize, but a silent majority of people felt like
Yeah, I feel like he going a little over the
either
top
these
though,
were,
right?
Once again, fake, and he was paying actors to pose as predators.
Because, I mean, let's say they are predators. You know, I have no remorse for predators. You know, do what you want to do. But I feel like at the same time, you probably can't. It's illegal to just, like the way Gideon does it. He doesn't assault them. He doesn't, like, hit them and shit. He just, you know, does that, works in cooperation with the cops, and gets them arrested. This feels like they're going to turn it back on him, and it's going to be, well, could have. This is in the past. They could have turned it back on him, and now you got an assault charge on you, and now he gets away scot-free for being a PDF. And you're going to jail for assaulting him.
Which
It's not fair, but this is the American justice system. In the American justice system, a lot of niggas get off of cases that they shouldn't have got off on.
to find some pretty
I gotta make that a sound. Hold
cash
on.
willing to attach
I gotta pull up that sound.
horrible label to
Damn.
their face, or worse,
Not the
even
George
profiting off
Jefferson.
heinous crimes using real allegations of child exploitation as viral bait to promote his steak sponsorship.
The nigga look like a rich Batista.
Even police officers that were involved were critical of his methods.
We all know what you're doing. Because this is maybe the third time. This is the third time I've come to an incident with you guys. The third time. So I kind of know what you guys are doing. And
I feel like he did it this because you can't really say anything bad about someone catching these type of people. So if you say anything about it, it's like, oh, you support PDFs. And it's like, he's doing it so he can just act just reckless and out of pocket. Which, to be fair, against the PDFs, they far more out of pocket doing what they're doing. But at the same time, there is still laws against assaulting people. But whenever you look at it from the outside looking in, it's morally right to assault them. It's morally right to assault a PDF. But legally, they're protected. Because, you know, I ain't gonna get into politics. Let's just say a lot of political people, they like them small. I like them small.
I'm not against it too much. You know what I mean? I get the concept behind it.
See what he's saying.
To do it in a safer way and a legal way.
See what he's saying. There has to be a safer way, a smarter way, and a legal way to do it. Like how Gideon does it. You know what? We're gonna look at the legal way to do it next.
Okay. You know what I mean? It's where you don't get arrested for trying to do the right thing.
Then again, that
See?
is if you think that's actually a real cop. When catching predators becomes content for the sake of content, to some, you aren't really doing a good deed, and you didn't actually stop that person from reoffending. And if these spectacles are all set up and fake, then you are literally profiting from one of the worst, most heinous crimes in human history. But these pred streams came to a screeching halt when one of the suspects got fully naked on stream, broadcasting explicit content to thousands of viewers, many of which, ironically, were minors. Vitali was temporarily banned, but the 33-year-old was not done getting his fix for virality, so he flew to the Philippines
Temporarily
in
banned,
April
having a naked minor on
2025,
stream?
and he may not return for a very long time. From the moment he landed, Vitali began live streaming himself wreaking havoc. His goal was the same as always: make content that would shock people, no matter what the cost was. But this time it was slightly different. There was no plan, nothing creative, just straight up harassment.
I'm gonna rob you if you keep walking away. I want to give you money. No, okay. No. Okay, because you got a COVID mask, you liberal. Go get your vaccine.
Vitali went on a tirade.
Nigga, were you not wearing a COVID mask early in the video? What the fuck?
messing with security and law enforcement that day. In another incident, he confronted a guard and then reached towards his waist right where his firearm was holstered. The guard doesn't know who this man is or what his intentions are. All he knows is that the stranger is reaching for his weapon. Vitaly knows he could never get away with that.
See, if you do that in America, they shoot you. They shoot you, unless you're white. But if you do this in America, they shoot you. He is white though, so I guess it don't apply to him. Still, sometimes even if you're white, you still get popped. Let's be honest.
In America, because he would have been turned into a memory on the mantle.
Exactly, memory on the mantle. He would have been turned into a shirt, a T-shirt.
Minutes later, he walked over to another guard and asked him if he could sit on his motorbike. Keep in mind, this is a piece of equipment used for actual law enforcement, not a Lime scooter. The police officer was obviously confused and didn't say much, but Vitaly decided to not only get on the bike, but started moving it down the road like he was trying to steal it. The next day, he went even further after seeing all the views his recent antics were raking in. He decided to enter a McDonald's, not to order food, but to annoy as many people as possible and make an ass of himself along the way. While standing in line, he looked at his cameraman and said, "Follow me." He pushed past the service area, walked straight into the kitchen, began asking for the toilet, and bothering people just trying to do their job. In the United States, you might see someone acting like this and get away.
No, they won't. No, they won't. I mean, they might get away legally, but like, I've seen McDonald's employees punch niggas in the face for less than that. I've seen it firsthand with my own eyes, first person experience. I've seen niggas get dropped. You keep talking smart to the cashier and they come around, mink, you sleep.
Zero punishment, but other countries are not willing to put up with these antics. Vitaly was labeled by the Bureau of Immigration as an undesirable alien, and by the Department of Interior and Local Government as a flight risk, which ultimately led to him being detained by authorities. The U.S. refused to help him, Russia, where he was born, also refused to help him, and now he is completely stranded and at the mercy of the strict Philippines law. As of June 2025, he has been denied bail and moved from an immigration detention center to a maximum security prison. He is currently facing 3 counts of harassment, theft, trespassing, and filming individuals without consent.
Yeah, he ain't never coming home.
People speculate that Vitaly could end up behind bars anywhere from 18 months to 24 years. But whenever the subject of clout-addicted live streamers comes up, one man comes to mind.
Is it Jack Doherty?
Yep. Who has set an extremely high standard of how low someone will go for a crumb of attention. Jack Doherty is what happens when you let social media algorithms replace parenting. For his entire teenage life, he has been documenting himself trying to do literally anything that will get him views and attention on the internet. His earliest viral moments came from copying prank trends like prank calling a killer clown goes wrong, doing your dares in Walmart, and taking candy from kids on Halloween. Cops called. Considering he was a high school aged kid, it's not like anyone would expect him to be the most morally righteous individual. Then again, he did know what he was doing was wrong, as he multiple times ended up in the back of a cop car. But there was a worthwhile reward for these antics, views, which led to ad revenue. Jack was already making more money than his parents before he could drive. Jack's parents took him on the Dr. Phil show to hopefully have Phil talk some sense into him. But the entire time, Jack had a smug look on his face, knowing that this ultimately was good for his exposure. Jack was actually kicked off the show because he constantly tried to talk back to Dr. Phil instead of just listening to his advice. One thing about Doherty is that he will religiously study the algorithm. Whatever trend is happening, he will be one of the first to attack it. If there is a new format or medium to exploit, he is all in on it. When the Walmart prank stopped working, he moved over to the short form brain rot content that keeps people doom scrolling.
Santa is the most mysterious man on the planet, and today I'm gonna use an air tag to track him. So I had a plan to go to the mall and slip an air tag into Santa's sack without him knowing.
These videos are highly scripted
Santa
with
saw you,
absolutely no resolution.
I'm not doing nothing with Santa's sack. I'm not gonna hold you.
The sole purpose of these videos is to get views. Actually, that's not exactly true. These videos were designed for a much more shallow purpose. You see, Jack was very open about him looking up to Andrew Tate, who claims to have made his first fortune by starting
I don't think he would have did that
business with his 2 girlfriends.
And this is the thing that's interesting about it, because when people hear this story and they say like a pimp, etc., people imagine me to be this exploitive, horrible, evil man. which is absolutely
You might be a
horrible,
little
to be
sus. I'm not
honest.
gonna hold
So
you.
the
You
beginning
in
of it
Santa
was,
Sac? What you
messaged
mean
my
by that?
6 girlfriends and told them they're all coming to live with me, and I had a job for them in London. 2 of them wouldn't come, 4 of them agreed. So the 4 girls flew in. I sat them all down at a table. They're all like, "Who's this chick? Who's
This
this
got a
chick?" I
harem.
told them all the truth. I've been with you all. I'm starting a webcam business. I'm gonna get rich. Some of you are gonna come with me to the top of the mountain, or if you're pissed off, you can fly home. Just very matter of fact to the point, because I needed money. At this point, now I have not agreed to take another fight. I need money now. So 2 of them left. 2 of them agreed to stay. And the beginning of my cam empire was this tiny little apartment, me and my 2 girlfriends.
After seeing this, Jack was inspired. He began recruiting barely legal women to appear in his content, all of which he says were consenting OF content.
I don't know, but this girl in the front who's down almost on her knees, she don't look like she really legal though. She at least 30, 32. 33 at the most.
Content producers. Jack would manage their pages and take a percentage of their earnings.
Why are you telling me it's
exchange
roomy in there?
for
I'm not coming to
marketing
join
them
you, bro.
in
You
his
can stay in
videos.
Center Sac
From
as long as
there,
you
he
want,
spent
man.
most of his time making
You can,
short-form
hey,
content
you can
with
take
no
all his sack
purpose other
for
than
me
trying
and
to
you.
convert those viewers into paying OF subscribers.
How much money's in your bank account?
Like 12K.
12K? All right, well, that's your budget. I'll buy you whatever you want from the mall.
And evidently this works really well, as he has generated millions of dollars. Now these videos are edited and produced in a style that is largely understood to attract a childlike audience, which prompts some reasonable ethical speculation. Is it wrong to make content that appears to be for kids with the intention of converting those viewers into paying for prawn?
This is a version of pimping. You're pimping these girls out. You don't think that's attacking your heart in any way?
No, because at the end of the day, they all, want to. They all
Ain't no
like,
join,
wanna do
bro.
what
You
they're
in there by
doing, and
yourself.
It's just like I just
Don't
actually make the money doing it, because there
look.
are so many girls that actually do OnlyFans and make $0 and stuff, and they're
While you take a Center Sac, you can take a shaft too. Do it for me. Do it for the both of us. Do it for me. All right. You can be stingy with this one. You can do that. You can have all of it to yourself.
doing it all for what, It's like every girl I work with makes like hundreds of thousands of dollars a month and millions of dollars a year,
Jack constantly uses success and money to justify his actions. Morality does not guide his decisions. When live streaming became a trendy way to generate attention, Jack jumped on it immediately. He realized that the raw, unpredictable nature of live content created even more opportunities.
Why are you
to
bothering
go
the man
viral.
with
Plus, it
children
created a
around, though?
stronger
That's the crazy
illusion
part.
that what was being broadcasted was real. He started collaborating with other clout demons like the Island Boys. It felt like he was building the world's first influencer circus, where they all thought they were the ringleader, but in actuality, they were all the clowns.
Let's box, guys. Me and the Island Boy are gonna box. Look, what are you doing?
Bro, you a little too out of your weight range there, bro. You a little too out of your weight class.
You gotta hold on to your little.
What?
To manufacture more viral moments, Jack started walking around with personal security guards, sometimes 2 or 3 deep, just so he could safely provoke strangers in public. He'd talk trash, get in people's faces, and then fall back behind his bodyguards the second things got tense.
That is some bitch shit. I'm not gonna hold you. That is some bitch shit.
What? Little prop, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
This is the type of cowardice that
That is
almost
some
makes
bitch
you
shit. And
wanna
he's still a
kind
bitch ass nigga
respect
for that
Johnny
though.
Somali, who at least took his beatings like a man. And even if you wanted to make fun of Jack, call him scared or a coward, he would just turn
Hold on. Be right back.
Porque ya no puedo vivir así. Mi vida ya no es junto a ti. Pongo mi abrigo, pongo mi lápiz y libreta, mi amuleto, mi espejo en la maleta. Porque ya no volveré aquí. Tengo que irme lejos de ti. Las lágrimas de adiós se van secando. Fueron muchos los paisajes que vi pasando. Porque ya no me quedará aquí. Tengo que irme lejos de ti. Viejo camino, nuevo destino, y lo único que reconozco son las estrellas en el cielo. Porque tuve que partir de aquí. Tengo que irme lejos de ti. Dejo amigos y para contar dejo mi historia.
My fault. I'm back. I had to go do something real quick. We good. All right. Where we at? 40? I can't talk. 45:57.
Your
Yeah, I'm
criticism
back.
into profit by setting up fake skits of him being pressed.
Yo, is that Jack Doherty and his parents? Yo, how does it feel that your son's the most hated kid on the internet? Yo, he's like,
I'm the most hated kid on the internet. Why are you at my door?
yo, he's broke, he's banned, he kissed the Island Boys.
This video went viral where he is seen holding his security's hand like it's his daddy, but this was staged and filmed by Jack's internal team, knowing that it would go viral from people making fun of him. And Jack says he does
Thank you.
because people are dumb.
I bet I was going like
Just,
what
I've been a
5
lot more
minutes.
chill, you know. A lot of people think
I
I
had
just go out
to
and start problems with people, which is like
use the restroom,
show me a
get
clip
the
in
other
past
sodas in
year
here
where
and
I've,
shit
like,
too.
actually done that. Like I really, or even 2 years. It's like everyone judges me off these fake clips of me like walking up to people like this with the bodyguard, but like they're not even real videos. Like people are just so dumb and they just judge me off of like little clips that, you know, I just make to troll and stuff. Cause
So they judge you off of the clips that you put out to boost your image in a negative light. Sounds like you're the dumb one here. You're expecting people not to judge you negatively, but you're showing yourself in a negative light all the time. Come on, man.
they're gonna go get posted.
90% of the time, you only see Jack on your feed by accident, and he is most likely
Damn.
being slapped, punched, almost jumped, or looking like an absolute fool. And that's by design. You'd be happy to know that Jack isn't exactly popular. Sure, he does have 15 million subscribers, but his numbers are way overinflated. His YouTube videos can't even crack 100,000 views, and he doesn't actually have fans. He never built a real connection with an audience because he was never likable enough to earn one. But he does have viewers. Most of his streams sit around 2K, and that's if you think those are real. In one stream, he had 17,000 viewers, but only 3 people were actively typing in the chat. Therefore, the only way Jack maintains relevance is by creating an ecosystem that relies on him entirely embarrassing himself so that Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube drama pages will post the clip and hope that it goes viral. And to some degree, you do have to put a little
Oh, you ain't gotta worry about that. Never. Never in life. Never. I'd die before I turn into one of those type of people.
blame on people who are willing to amplify his content in any way. You could even argue, I'm doing that right now. But sometimes, the only way to shut down a clown is to stop laughing and start booing. However, I think
I've been
beyond
booing.
antics
I've been booing the
and
entire
stunts,
time.
What really makes Jack someone worth criticizing is how he treats the very few people who care about him. Like when he nearly killed one of his only friends and didn't care. Jack was in Miami, live streaming himself behind the wheel of a $200,000 custom McLaren. Outside, it was pouring rain. Visibility was almost non-existent because it was raining that hard. Common
And
sense would
hydro
tell
lock.
you that the road was probably slick. Sitting in the passenger seat was his friend and
Oh, he's
cameraman
not. It's
Michael.
spin
Normal
out. Spin
people
out.
would
My
focus
bad.
on the
Spin out.
road, realizing how dangerous the situation was. But Jack was more worried about his stream and reading his chat on his phone. He even made a joke about crashing the car.
Literally, guys, you can't see shit. I'm most likely going to crash this car. No, I'm kidding. Hopefully not.
Then, in a split second, it happened. The tires lost grip, the back end of the McLaren kicked out across the wet pavement. Jack tried to correct it, but it was too late. The car skidded sideways and slammed into a metal barrier. Because of the impact, the camera cut off for a split second, but shortly after, the stream came back on. Blood was running down Michael's face from the
Wait.
crash.
See, I thought this thing, the stream stopped. So I'm assuming he grabbed his phone, realized, oh shit, the stream stopped. Let me start it back up. That makes it even worse when you think about it, because he crashed, the stream stopped, he grabs his phone, looks at it. Oh, the stream isn't on. It went off. Let me cut it back on. So he starts it back up. I thought it was on the entire time.
Crash, and instead of
That nigga
immediately
really is a
helping his
douchebag.
friend, Jack's first instinct was to grab the camera, keep recording, and worry about his car.
Oh, my f***ing car, bro.
The vehicle mattered more than the human being sitting next to him. Then,
That's
just
an ugly ass
seconds
paint
later,
job.
he asked Michael to take the camera and record everything.
Michael here.
Yeah, the man leaking from his forehead, by the way.
His priorities could not have been clearer. Michael had been taken to the hospital where he received stitches for the injuries to his face, and even that part was filmed and posted to social media.
Alright guys, we're in the hospital after the crash. How you feeling, Michael? Amazing. Just getting stitches right now.
After the crash, Kick issued
Stitches
a
hurt.
permanent ban to his channel, citing violations of their safety policies and community guidelines. But instead of reflecting on the crash, or the backlash, or maybe focusing on repairing his relationship with his friend, Jack pivoted straight back into content mode. Just days after the ban, he went live on TikTok, not to apologize, but to ask
I don't know why, but he seems like a femboy to me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the haircut and the small stature, but he seems like a femboy to me. Is that weird? I feel like that's weird to say. Ignore I ever said that.
his viewers to donate, promising to follow them back if they gave him enough money. Jack claims that he is this big brain strategist taking advantage of dumb people on the internet. But outside of
Sounds
his
like you're trying to
highly
save
scripted
face.
content in interviews and podcasts, he looks extremely sad because evidently he isn't just making a spectacle online. He has shown that he has little sympathy or regard for even the few people around him that consider him a friend. His girlfriend left him, and all of his relationships are based on the monetary value that he can bring to others.
I guess, living in a nice house and having nice cars, it makes me feel, I wouldn't say satisfied because there's so much more I want. Like, obviously, I wish I owned this house, but I like moving around and stuff because people find out where I live and then I just move. And I also just like changing up the scenery for content, but I don't know, like nothing. I don't want like materialistic.
I could take a group of people, we can live in that house, and we can make far better content than this thing's ever put out in his entire time on social media. I can guarantee. You can hold me to that. I promise you we could.
Things to be the main reason I'm happy. I'd rather have enough passive income to where I could travel the world and feel like that's what's gonna make me happy. But that's what I look forward to in life, you know.
Jack lacks
Man,
friends.
you ain't
and
happy because
purpose.
you ain't
can
got
see his
shit on the
soulless,
inside.
Degenerate lifestyle has depleted
You got it
him
on the
of
outside,
life.
but on the
He has
inside you
enough
still
money
ain't
to
rich.
retire forever, and he still will not do it because outside of material things and views, he has nothing. When he ultimately pushes the boundaries and ends up in jail like Vitali and Johnny Somali, nobody will be there for him and nobody will care.
Nobody's there for him now. But nobody cares now.
Clout is
Man. Clout is one hell of a drug, I'll tell you that.